Welcome back, everyone, to Sam Houston Bearkats Dynasty, and we are coming off. Hey, there's a big loud thing above me. We're coming back after a lot of losses, taking on Louisiana Tech in this episode. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit something a little different here. We're going to take a look here at Conference USA. You see, Liberty is the class of the field. Jacksonville State looking pretty good. So is UTEP technically. So, but we are 0-4 in conference play. We right there with Kennesaw State, who are 0-3, who have also not won a Conference USA game yet this season. So we're 2-6, taking on Louisiana Tech. They're 2-5. Liberty 6-1, probably potentially trying to make a run at the college football playoff, trying to get in as that last sort of team in there. Take a look here at the Heisman Trophy race, and Will Howard, Chandler Morris, Avery Johnson, Hank Backmeyer, hope I said that right, and Carson Beck are your top 5, all quarterbacks. So honestly, that's pretty realistic. I've seen some wild people win Heismans. I've seen like linebackers win it. So that's a little odd, with linebackers with like 7 sacks when they won the Heisman. So not sure what's up with that, but it seems like in our dynasty, it's going to be a quarterback, which is pretty realistic, honestly. Probably what it's actually going to be in real life. So let's take a look here at some season stats, as we are pretty much, almost through with this first season of Dynasty. Grant Gunnell, 2,200 yards, 16 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. A kind of high interception number, but not a ton, I would say. John Gentry, very unlikely to hit 1,000 yards rushing unless we really turn it on with him here late. We're gonna need some big numbers here, but our receiving numbers are looking pretty good here. Ife should potentially get 1,000 yards season. Noah Smith looking pretty good here too. You see just the rest of these guys here, but the tight ends getting some use, and yeah, but either way, I think our receiving numbers look good. Or pass blocking numbers looks probably not accurate. These guys have definitely given up a lot more sacks than this, but the game doesn't accurately track sacks. Pause. Now take a look here at our defense, and we have Kavion Gaither leading the way with tackles. TFLs, I believe that is going to be Isaiah Nixon leading the way with those, but then he's also leading the way with sacks, 3.5 on the season. So just not a lot of production here for sacks. Turnovers, Tyler Bailey with 2 interceptions, and then 5 interceptions on the whole as a season. It's just not very good, I would say. If I'm going to be 100% honest, it's just not good. It's not where we need to be. We need more production here. We need more turnovers, and we're just not getting them. There's really no way, nowhere else. There's no other way I can put that. We're just not getting turnovers, and our defense isn't good enough to not get a lot of turnovers. Or we need turnovers because our defense can't stop anyone, so we need to get takeaways. So that's kind of what we need. We're coming back here. Look at some recruiting. There's our class a little bit right there, but we're looking pretty good here with these other guys. Gabe Incoom looking pretty close to committing. Got Klutz, I believe, in the last episode. Amundsen, I believe, in the last episode. If I'm confused about the timeline of events, it's because I have produced these way ahead of time. So really hitting hard. Really want to get through this first season. We take on Louisiana Tech. I really want to get through this first season before Madden 25 comes out. So yeah, Louisiana Tech here, taking them on, and they immediately just start moving the ball. Like I said, our defense is just not good enough to get stops consistently. I wouldn't mind that if we were a kind of stingy defense, where we're able to get takeaways. So we might not always stop you. We might not always get those third down stops, but, maybe we can get an interception or a fumble every now and then. We can't do that just yet. And I hope I can build a defense that's capable of doing that in the future, but it just doesn't feel like it right now. And we're just getting dotted up here. I mean, it doesn't matter who we play. It feels like everyone just has their best game against us. That's the way it feels right now. I know it's college football, but I get sometimes like, man, these guys cannot. It really feels like this is a game where that awareness rating really does matter. So again, like that last game where we just blew it against FIU. It's funny, as I'm recording this, that video has actually not gone out live yet. So, but yeah, they just march right down here, and some guy named Cosby, I think, gets a touchdown. I almost want to make a Bill Cosby joke, but I don't know if my audience knows who Bill Cosby is, so I won't even do it. But we do a little jet pass here to Noah Smith. Little, nice little juke right there. Little sidestep, able to, make a man miss. So we come back here. We're going to get immediate pressure, and we throw this route right here. Malik Phillips stays in bounds, tiptoes it a little bit, and he is gone. Touchdown to Sam Houston. We get on the board right here. Opening drive, touchdown. We don't really get a lot of those. We just don't. We usually start out really slow, and just a little shove right there. Needed a better tackle attempt, and Malik Phillips just does the rest right there. So touchdown. We can tie this game up if I don't completely shank this kick. I completely shank the kick. It is what it is, but then this is just... I accidentally somehow ended up switched on to the corner that was supposed to be defending this guy. We're able to switch back on and shove him out of bounds at the 3, which is not too bad. We come back, 2nd and goal, and they just basically just walk right in, just run right over my linebacker. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Like I said, we can't stop anyone, man. It is what it is, but we have to, be a high-scoring offense here. But then here's John Gentry, cuts it back inside. No one gets a hand on him, and Gentry is going to be gone here. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Sam Houston. Take that one to the house, and we get a trophy for it. Breakaway speed. I didn't look and see what that trophy even, what the achievement for that is. I have no clue. But just a really nice play right there. Big, big play. And got some good blocking, actually, down the field. These guys kind of, blocked who they should be blocking, and then Gentry was just able to do the rest himself. And so that is a really just big touchdown. We just don't get a lot of runs like that. We don't get a lot of runs like that, and then go for 2, and just not a good read on my part. I probably should have threw it to the receiver over there, but instead we tried for the tight end, and we almost get intercepted. So we trail by 2 here, and again, Crosby, not Cosby, so good thing I didn't make a Cosby joke about pudding pops. But 2nd and 12, they make it 3rd and 3. We just give up yards at such a high clip, and then we can't get the quarterback. We're going to try to get a big hit here, hopefully trying to dislodge that football. Instead, he's able to hold on to it, and then they find the receiver underneath. Again, they just kind of do whatever they want to us, whether they want to throw it deep, they want to throw it short, they want to run on it, you want to do jet passes. They can do everything to us, and there's not much resistance we can put up right now. It's just not what our program is. But I do get a nice little stop right here, kind of force a 3rd down, make them lose yardage. They're just going to come back out here, play defense, hopefully force a field goal. Instead, just chucks it on the run to the receiver. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech again. And they just keep on scoring on us. There's just not much we can do here defensively. It's a very helpless feeling. Is something I have to say. It's just I really don't know what to do. I feel like we're calling some good plays here on defense. That's a good play call right there on offense, though. We're able to move the ball. We just can't play defense. And that's kind of the existence of a smaller program like this, honestly, in the world of college football at times, where you can move the football. You just can't get the stops when you need to. If we could have forced a field goal attempt in a few of these drives, the game looks a lot different. Give up a touchdown, force some field goals, it's not too bad. Instead, we're trailing here, and it just feels like we have to score every single drive out. And that really does affect how you call plays. And we end up with a 2nd and 15 there after the pressure right there. Sometimes I really feel like we shouldn't. I should honestly just stop doing play action like that. It feels like it just never works. 2nd and 15. We get a play here to Ife. We pick up a lot of that yardage back and then some. We come back here, RPO, just going to hand it off, and we just run right into the teeth of the defense. But either way, Gentry able to keep his balance, pick up the 1st down, fight forward. So we come back again here now. And I said I probably should stop with the play action. I know I never learned my lesson right here, and that is just a really good throw right there. Able to drive that football to the tight end, touchdown right there. just a really, really, I mean, at that point, you're just kind of like, I hope that guy's open. I didn't even see that other DB over there, just kind of threw it to throw it, honestly. So we just kick the PAT, we make it 19-21, and we come back here, third quarter, and Louisiana Tech just kind of goes back to doing what they were doing before, where they're just kind of moving the ball at will on us. Now they're hurrying us up here, and we struggle with hurry-up offense, honestly. We really do. There's not much, again, helpless feeling. We're just kind of being dragged along for the ride here, hoping we can get a stop, hoping they make a mistake. Shove them out of bounds after picking up 8. 2nd and 2. Just a quick little throw, bubble screen right there to the receiver, pick up the first down. Just simple stuff right there. So now we're going to come back again. 2nd and 4, Louisiana Tech. Going to pick up the first down, breaks a tackle. Into the end zone he goes. I probably should have challenged that because there's no way that was actually a touchdown. He definitely had to have touched down before he went into the end zone. But either way, we'll let him have it. Not like it really matters much. They could have scored like a play later. We try getting Gentry out in space, seeing if we can make something happen. We made nothing happen on that play. So a whole lot of nothing happening right there. 2nd and 9. Probably should have just ran the ball, honestly, if we were just going to pick up a yard. We just throw this one up here, and that could have been disaster. Pressure came in fast right there. So 3rd and 9. What do we have here? Pressure comes in again. We just get the ball off, and we hit the tight end in the ass with the pass. So might as well go for it, honestly. I mean, the game is on the line here. Whether or not they score later or sooner doesn't really matter, but Simeon Evans makes a big play right there, able to come up with the football and keeps the drive alive. So now we come back here, little screen action, 3 blockers ahead, and they actually block this time. I'll give them credit, they actually block. There's been a few times recently where they're not blocking. So now 2nd and 3, we're going to come back, run the screen play again, and we get Gentry into some space, pick up the first down, and then some down at the 15. So we come back again now, 2nd and 10 after an incompletion. Gunnell on fire at this point. We throw a little comeback route here to the receiver in the end zone, and that works perfectly. I have to say that almost never works, but you know, these timing routes, I feel like they work a lot better in this game than they ever do in Madden. Usually they just take way too long, but this time really developed perfectly. Good throw with anticipation. Yeah, what more can I say? That was just a really good play. Gonna kick the PAT still here. Make it 26, down 2 to Louisiana Tech. So if we can get a stop, that'd be great. 2nd and 13. Now we force a 3rd and 14. Could this be a stop for us, finally? We only rush 3 this time. We have a bunch of guys underneath here on the left side. I wish one of them would have went over there and tried hurrying the quarterback. I probably should have switched on to one of them. But either way, we just give up a big conversion right there. Had all day to throw. 3rd and 1, and look at this. Just a dot right here on the run. 1st and goal now. It feels like every time we get close to getting a stop, we just can't get it. We can't execute. Into the end zone they go. So we had multiple opportunities right there to finally get them off the field, and we couldn't do it. So, yeah, we're going to have to do it with offense. Simple as that, you know. You're going to have to do it with offense. We run another screen play here. We get a good block right there. That guy just got demolished. We cut back inside, trying to get a little bit more room. Trying to get some more yardage. Couldn't do it. Come back again here. Another play action. What's wrong with me? I don't know. Gunnell on the run. Throw here to Noah Smith. Picks up the first down after stepping out of bounds. So he's having a pretty good day here for Noah Smith. And now a little jet pass here. And he is going to get the edge here. Going to try to pick up that first down. And he just barely gets it. So it's really nice stuff here in this Texas playbook that we've switched to. Now we kind of run a little screen here to Ife. Trying to get him out in space. 4th and 8. We're going to go for it. Kind of have to here. And this play is really nice. We kind of move the tight end here. So that linebacker is going to cover him, which leaves Ife just wide open on the slant right there. And we get the touchdown. We're still in business here. Not done fighting yet in this game. And we just... simple play. That's just a great play call, honestly. Kind of reading the defense before the play. Come back again here. Gunnell trying to go for 2 points. I didn't need to go for 2 points. Now I'm looking back on it, but the game recommended I go for 2. So I just said, all right, I'll go for 2. 2nd and 10 here, and then just a really big run that could have turned into a monster run. Able to shove them out of bounds. Now they're going hurry up. Now they kind of chew the clock a little bit. Get a big hit right there. Make it 2nd and 2 before the 2-minute warning. So we're going to come back here now. 2-minute warning. Going to be a handoff, and they're going to pick up the first down. So we've been in this position a lot this season where we just need to get a stop, and then we just can't get it. And then we get a face mask call here. And, just not a smart play at all. But that's on me because I had the coach adjustments. I was trying to strip the ball away, but couldn't happen. Of course not. Of course we get the face mask, and they go for a little read option here. 3rd and 12. So we're gonna call our timeout right there. Still 1 remaining. We were looking for maybe a pass on this play, but they decided to just do a quarterback keeper, pick up a few yards, call a timeout. 4th and 8. Gonna let them kick a field goal here, and we need a touchdown to win. So, yeah, we have to go get a touchdown, and those situations have not gone great for us this season, and it feels like it wasn't going to go great, but then we're able to get that route to work right there, that little comeback route. And we're going to go turbo here, and we need to get, again, at this point, we're just trying to get down the field. It feels a lot like that FIU game late that we just blew, where we just didn't have the blocking, didn't have the play calling. This was kind of almost a disaster. Doesn't get out of bounds. Kind of just falls down inbounds, so waste time here. Time that we don't have. Gunnell gonna fire one up. Deep shot here, and Noah Smith comes down with it, so now we're gonna go hurry up, and we're gonna spike this football. I now know how to spike the football. It's weird that it used to be just an option when on the little hurry up screen, but either way, gonna spike this football here. 18 seconds left, 2nd and 10. And the play that we used last drive to score a touchdown, we're going to try to use again. But this time, linebackers cover pretty good. So we just keep it with Gunnell and we run it in. The wide open portion of the field was right there after. Looks like they manned everyone up, and the seas just parted for Gunnell. Able to run that one in for the go-ahead score. Or not the go-ahead score, to set up the go-ahead score for the PAT. We tie it up 38-38. So just a really good play call right there, I think. Back-to-back time. Same play that gives us the really nice outcome, which is a touchdown, but just kind of 2 different ways of doing it. This time on the ground with Gunnell keeping it himself. So we take the lead, 39-38, 13 seconds left. They have all their timeouts. We go into prevent, and they get a nice play right there, but that wastes 6 seconds. So at this point, I don't know if you can get another 20 yards in 6 seconds and down it and call a timeout. So they just take a deep shot here. We just knocked that one out of bounds. 39-38 is their final score here, and Sam Houston gets its 3rd win of the season, and our 1st win of the season at home, actually. We won on the road versus UCF, and then Texas State, that was a neutral site game. So 1st win in front of the fans here in Huntsville, and so that is perfect. We don't go winless at home, even though I think technically we were the home team in that neutral site game. Grant Gunnell, 28 of 38, 366 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, had the rushing touchdown that gave us the win. And so, yeah, I'm just, again, 9 carries for Gentry, 108 yards. A lot of that came from that one big touchdown run he had, that 74-yard run. And Gunnell gets that little short run for the touchdown as well. So receiving, Noah Smith, 10 receptions, 143 yards. See Jewett there with that nice reception he had in the end zone. Ife with a touchdown, and then Malik Phillips with that big catch and run he had as well. Simeon Evans came in for 1 catch, and it was that big 39-yard catch he had in the game as well that kept things going for us. So just a really good game offensively for us. Really no mistakes, no interceptions in this one. A couple mistakes, I will say, but nothing disastrous. Defensively, couldn't get a sack, couldn't get an interception, couldn't force a fumble. Like I said, we just cannot force turnovers right now. Just not our defense, can't get the pressure that we need. And quarterbacks just have all day at times. We can't win when we're rushing 3. That's just kind of what it is right now. And, it feels like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't on that regard. It's like, do I want to send more pressure? But either way, we get 8 outside linebacker. Gabe Incum is coming to Sam Houston, so that's a really nice guy for us to get. Yeah, again, recruiting class really starting to round out here a little bit here with a lot of 1 stars, but we're starting to get some 2 stars, starting to get some 3 stars as well in this class. You see those 2 corners that we added late to our board. Other schools have offered, but none of the bigger schools have offered yet, particularly on Gideon Corker. Same with Steve Woods. No one else big has really offered yet, so we're looking pretty good here. We have some coaches' points to spend, and I thought about spending them here in recruiting. Do I want to, go with kicking? Do I want to, get the secondary thing here fully spent out? I feel like we'll get some more recruiting or coaches' points, as the season goes on, where we can come back and kind of fill the rest of that out. So maybe kind of get out of here and maybe go spend some points in the other coaching ability here, which is tactician. And cross training, I wish I didn't do that cross training one, really, honestly. We should have just did the more normal ones, but we're looking around here. We have passing game, and we're going to go with mobile quarterback here. We're going to get these passing ones, these boosts. We're just going to get both of these and potentially try to get boosts to short and medium accuracy by the end of the season. I think that'll be a nice boost to have because we might be starting a freshman quarterback next season. So Gideon Corker here, we are finally in the situation where we can now start to hard sell him, and some of his interests actually line up with things we're somewhat decent at. And I wish he cared about playing time, because that would be perfect for us. So we are going to go with it's game time. Cares about proximity to home, so we'll go with that. And yeah, so things looking good for that. We are going to schedule a visit as well against Liberty. Try to, steal a win versus, which is kind of weird. The best team in the conference is kind of a corner that we would really like to have. That's when he's visiting us. So we take a look here at Terrence Hicks, a defensive end 2-star. Going to try to bring him out here, or not try to bring him out. We're going to try to, gain some influence on him pretty quick. Some of the bigger schools have not offered on him just yet, and so we'll get an offer in and, all that other good stuff to kind of figure out what he likes, see if we can get him. And then Rudy Wooden, we got Rudy. He ends up committing to us, 3-star right there. Our first 3 stars, Rudy Wooden, quarterback. Could be a potential starter next season, honestly. So that's a really nice recruiting win for us to get. And yeah, so like I said, class starting to fill out pretty nicely here. And yeah, and we're still in first place on Quan Butts and Boyko, with some other schools starting to catch up. And for Terrence Hicks, an offer helped us because now we are 8th on his thing. We're in his top 8, so that is a positive. Do a little bit of scouting, and he's actually a gem. So he is actually a 3-star. So really gonna want to try to get this guy, honestly. Try to get him in here, and we're going to take all of this off friends and family, and we are going to send the house. We're going to really prioritize trying to get this guy in here. And Steve Woods, another one of those corners that we would really like to have. And we're going to get team player on him. And then Jason Leon, a JUCO running back. Going to try to get him as well. So things are looking pretty good for him. Again, this recruiting class has really started to, I keep saying it, it's rounded out very nicely. This running back looks like he could be kind of decent, at least on the speed side of things. So got a kicker here that we're interested in, power archetype of a player. So gonna offer him a scholarship and see if we can kind of jump up here on a kicker. Other schools have not offered yet, so why not? So next episode, I'm taking on Kennesaw State. They're 2-7, also 1-4 in Conference USA play. So Sam Houston State, Kennesaw State, that's going to be coming up here in this next episode. Late season game here as we wind down on season 1. Got a couple more games left. I believe we have 3 games left. If we can win out our final 3 games, could be bowl eligible somehow. Things could change that quickly in college football, but going to try to win out these 3 games, close out the season strong, and try to get into a bowl game, because that was honestly one of my goals for this first season, was to play a bowl game. I wanted to do that. I just thought that'd be pretty cool. So going to try to accomplish that here. Going to try to close out the season strong. Some good play for some of our seniors. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to hit like, be sure to hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.